Today we are learning 3D Eli Hop. It looks like this. So to do this trick, you want to be comfortable with Eli hops and then obviously trapeze. So step number one, you're going to throw a trapeze. If you're using a slightly longer string, you might want to wrap the string a couple times around your throw hand, so that way you have more control over the hop when you hop the yo-yo out. You want your yo-yo to be positioned like a normal trapeze. You want to push the yo-yo on a horizontal plane in front of you while you're also kind of doing that Eli hop motion. Make sure you start the yo-yo just a little higher than you normally would with your regular trapeze, so that way you really exaggerate that 3D sidewinder effect. To also help with the 3D sidewinder effect, make sure you're pushing your arms out as you also hop the yo-yo. As your yo-yo starts to return towards you, make sure you also pull your arms back with it. The goal is to catch the yo-yo maybe like 80 or 90% of the way back on the trapeze before it reaches toward your body. Because that way you're gonna actually like cushion the yo-yo as it comes back. If you just have your hands in a static position, it's gonna be a lot harder to catch the yo-yo back on your trapeze. Once you catch the yo-yo on its way back to you, uncurl your hand, find your yo-yo, and you've done a 3D Eli hop. If you're having problems really getting your yo-yo to make that 3D effect, make sure you're really extending the hop as far out as you possibly can from the string. If your yo-yo isn't getting the perfect amount of tension from being thrown out or isn't properly positioned above your trapeze, you're really gonna have a hard time getting it to twirl and make the 3D effect. For example, like if your yo-yo is hopped below the trapeze, that's actually the wrong side of the yo-yo to do the 3D effect. It's not gonna grab onto the edge of the yo-yo and make the string spin. If you hop your yo-yo straight out, you might be able to get like a couple rotations, but as you can see, it makes it a lot harder to catch on your trapeze because gravity is going to pull your yo-yo lower, which is why I always instruct people to start with your yo-yo higher than the trapeze. So that way it does the effect, and then also as it's coming back down, it makes it a little bit easier to catch back on your trapeze. I would say the proper plane to get your yo-yo to make the 3D motion is probably like 6 inches above the trapeze. And that way it'll make that 3D effect. This trick is either going to cause your yo-yo to loosen or tighten depending on if you're left or right-handed. So just make sure before you move on to the next trick or before you try this trick, you check your string tension, adjust accordingly, and then you should be good to go. If you're having problems catching your yo-yo back on the trapeze, remember you're trying to catch it before it returns all the way to the original trapeze position. Remember, we're not trying to like just keep it in the same place and then land the yo-yo back on the trapeze. You're actually trying to catch the yo-yo back on the trapeze before it returns to the original trapeze position. So you're trying to, once you extend your arms, you want to keep them out there, catch the yo-yo, and then bring it back to the trapeze position. And it'll also help cushion the yo-yo a little bit, so that way even if you do catch it, it doesn't just fall right back off. I'm Tyler Severance, and that was 3D Eli Hop.